Alright, so this video is going over the solving exponential functions that we had the examples of. I'm going to do the solutions on here using my TI calculator. You can use Desmos. I'm going to go through them just quickly, make sure you set them up right. Exponential rate 6%, so start at 1,000. So how long is it going to take 1,000 ants growing exponent at 6% to reach 1,500? So 1.06, divide the 1,000, 1,500 divided by 1,000. Rewrite that in log form, so log base 1.06 of 1.5 will equal t. Remember, it's per week and how many weeks, so we're good with the question. In the TI, if you're using that and you haven't figured it out yet, under math, if you go to the very bottom of that menu, there's a log base. And that'll give you that little base number that you need. 1.5. Oh, not 1.5, sorry. 1.06 is the base, 1.5. So it's going to take 6.96 weeks. Alright, second one is decaying. 40%, just like it's the tree going from 15 to 600. So if it starts at 1,500 pounds, it's decaying 1 minus 0.14 to the t power per year. How many years? So that's good. To reach 600 pounds. So again, divide 1 minus 0.14, 0.86 to the t equals 600 divided by 1,500, 0.4. And again, that's an exact decimal, not rounded, so you can use that. Log base 0.86 of 0.4 is math. Log base 0.86 and 0.4. 6, that equals t, which is 6.08 years. Alright. Number 3, that's your compound interest, compounded monthly. So starting with 5,000, 1 plus, the rate is 6.5%, so 0.065 over 12, because it's monthly. 12t equals 10,000. So divide out the 5,000 first. This number I'm not going to mess with to begin with till I start using my calculator. To the 12t equals 10,000 divided by 5,000 is 2. So it would be log base 1 plus 0.065 over 12 of 2 equals 12t. So once I get that number, I got to divide it by 12 to get that answer. The nice thing about the TI calculator that I was trying to show you on the Desmos that I couldn't do is when you do your log base here, you can actually type that whole thing in. 1 plus 0.065 over 12, or divided by 12. And you don't have to round anything. And then 2, so it's going to be 128, and that's our 12t, so divided by 12, you should have got 10.69 years. All right. To number 4, getting that kudzu vine problem, but now it's continuous. So it's PE to the RT power. How many days will it take to triple? So like I said, pick any value you want. If you started with 2 at a rate of 0.22, it would triple at 6. And when you divide by 2, that's going to equal 3 for tripling. That's a natural log of 3 equals the exponent. So t is going to be natural log, which is just button on the calculator, natural log of 3, make sure you end your parenthesis, divided by 0.22. 4.99 days. Half-life. So you got to get that K value first using the how many years the half-life is. So the half-life is 15,000 years. So again, if you start with 10, e to the negative k times the half-life is 15,000. When will that equal 5 pounds of it? Or e to the negative 15,000 k equals a half. So the natural log of 1/2 will equal negative 15,000 k. So divide the negative 15,000. So the natural log of 1/2, you could use 0.5 there, that's fine, divided by negative 15,000. And there's that scientific notation that I was talking about. So since it's negative 5, the k value is going to be 0.00040 zeros and then 46. So always just drop 1 off of that for the number of zeros you need. Now I can use that k value to say, when will 12,000 pounds, starting at 12,000, e to the negative 0.00046 t, when will that reduce down to 10,000 pounds? So when will e to the negative 0.00046 t equal 10,000 divided by 12,000? That's that repeating decimal again. So I'm going to use the fraction form, 5/6, so I don't have to round. So the natural log of 5/6 equals negative 0.00046 t. Natural log divided by the natural log of 5/6 divided by negative 0.00046, and it will be 3963.51 years. And half-life can be in days, hours, weeks, years, so forth. All right. Population growing exponentially at the rate per decade, so that's every 10 years, right, per decade. So you have 1,254,000 people now. It is growing at 0.125 t. When will it equal 2 million? Now when I solve for t, that's going to be a 10-year period, right? So when I get done with t, I'm going to multiply it by 10. What I could do, since it's every decade, if I want that to be years, I could divide the 10 here, and then at the end it would multiply out. But if we just leave that t and make sure we know what our t stands for, I think it'll be easier at the end. So I'm going to divide, so it'll be 1 0.125 to the t power equals 2 million divided by 1254. So that's actually 1,000 over 627 as a fraction. So then log base 1.125 of 1,000 over 627 equals t. Math. Log base 1.125 of 1,000 divided by 627. You could use a fraction button if you want to. So t is 3.963 decades. So if you want years, every decade is 10 years, you would multiply, better get over here. You would multiply that so that you get 39.63 years. Was I off the page? I wasn't even looking. But if I was for this one, there's all that work that I was talking about with 12,000. Natural log of 5/6, divide that. Alright, try to pay attention to that better. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Oh, it won't let me while I'm recording. Okay. Value of the stock is decreasing exponentially. So this is rate of decay. How long is it going to take it for $84 to decay? 0.184 is the rate. So that it equals $1. And this is per week. And the question says how many years. Let's see. So we're going to divide by 84. So 1 minus 0.184 for inside the parentheses. This is going to be 0.816 to the t power equals 1 over 84. Just going to leave it a fraction. Log base 0.816 of 1/84 is t. So I put that in. 0.816, 1 over 84. So that is 21.79 weeks. So that probably shouldn't have said how many years. But since it did, if it's weeks, you would divide by 52 to get years, because there's 52 weeks in a year. So 21, or that number, divided by 52 doesn't even give you a whole year. 0.42 years. All right. So, as you follow along, if you are watching the video, I am so impressed that you've made it all the way to number 8. So if you will send and remind to me, just send the words peanut butter, and I will give you a free 100% grade in the grade book. A little extra credit for watching this video. All you have to do is send the words peanut butter, nothing else, in the remind to me, and you'll get extra credit. Don't tell your friends. Shh. Super secret. All right. So going on, certificate, annual compounded weekly. Weekly is 52. We just talked about that. How long will it take the value to the deposit to double? So that doubling doesn't matter if you start with $100. The rate is 0.0475 52 t power, and to double that would be $200. So that when you divide, you get that 1 plus 0.0475 over 52. 52t would be 2. So change that to a log. The base is 1 plus 0.0475 over 52 of 2 equals 52t. So when you put this whole thing in your calculator, you divide by 52 at the end. So it'd be log base 1 plus 0.0475 divided by 52. You don't need parentheses there or anything, that's fine. Of 2, and then divided by 52. That's going to be about 14.60 years. Colonies growing continuously. There are that many now. How many to grow to 5 million? So 1, 2, 3, 7, 500. E to the 0.109 t power. When will that be 5 million? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So e to the 0.109 t will equal 5 million divided by 1,2,3,7,5,0,0. That's 4.0404. So I'm not even going to mess with, but I am going to go out a few decimal places to keep that rounding error. So the natural log of 4.0404 will equal 0.109t. So natural log of 4.040404 divided by 0.109. So that is going to be 12.81. And that's a daily, continuous daily. So that is days. The question is how many weeks? So how do we change days to weeks? Divide by 7. So divided by 7, we end up with 1.83 weeks. So be careful about those unit measure of time. Alright, cobalt has a half-life such that K, so this one gives us the K. How many years will it take 500 to go to 50? So we don't have to solve for K in this one. We can go straight to 500 grams. E to the negative, K is 0.13078 T. When will that equal just 50? So 50 divided by 500 is 0.1. So e to the negative 0.13078 t equals 0.1. Natural log. Natural log of 0.1 will equal the exponent 0.078 t. So natural log of 0.1 divided by negative 0.13078. You get 17.61 years. Alright, you inherit a piece of land in 1960. If the value of the land has increased at 0.5%, in what year will the land have a value of 50,000? So you have 30,000. It is increasing. 0.5% as a decimal is move it over twice, so it's 0.005 to the t power. When will that be worth 50,000? Divide, combine 1.005 to the t equals 50,000 divided by 30 is a repeating decimal, so I'm 5/3 So that would be log base 1.005 of 5/3 will equal t. You guys can see that. Log base 1.005 of 5/3, and that's 102.42 years. So let's just round that to 102 years. But that's not the question. It's in what year. So if this started in 1960, 102 years later means it will be worth that in 2062 when you add the 102 years. All right. Caffeine in your bloodstream reduces the rate of 12% per hour. If you drink 2 cans of Red Bull, 111 milligrams of caffeine each, how many hours will it take it to drop to 10? So you're starting with, you drank 2 cans, so remember you start with 222 milligrams of caffeine. It is reducing at 12%. When will it drop to 10? So 1 minus 0.12 is 0.88. The T power equals 10 divided by 222. Actually 5/111. So log base 0.88 of 5/111 will give you the number of hours, and it's asking how many hours. So log base 0.88 of 5/111, 24.25 hours. So it'll take more than a day for those 2 Red Bulls to leave your system. Don't drink Red Bull or Monster. Okay. 13. How many years will it take an investment deposit in CBD compounded quarterly? Quarterly is 4. So you guys can see that. $10,000. 1 plus the rate 0.0835 over 4 for quarterly. 4t. When will that become $50,000? How many years? So again, I'm just going to leave that and put that whole thing in my calculator to the 4t. When will that equal 50,000 divided by 10,000 is 5. Right, so log with that base 1 plus 0.0835 over 4 of 5 will equal 4t. So when I do that log base in the calculator, there we go. 1 plus 0.0835 divided by 4, 5. So that would be 77.9. Then you got to divide the 4 out. So t is 19.48 years. Colony of termites made foundation, continuously growing, 28 hours for the colony to double in size. What is the growth rate if it takes... Okay, so this time, what's that rate of growth? So this would be they start... Oh, they're doubling in size. So let's just say they start at 10. E to the R. T is 28 hours. Right? We're asking about what R is. When will that equal 20 of them? Double. So when will E to the 28R equal 2 when you divide by 10? So natural log of 2 equals 28R. Natural log of 2 divided by 28.0248. 0.0248 or 2.48% hourly. Alright, the half-life, this one just wants the K constant. It takes 135 days. So again, if you start with 10, negative K times 135 days will go down to 5, so that when you divide them, negative 135K will be 0.5, or 1/2. So the natural log of a half equals negative 135K. So natural log 0.5, divide that by negative 135, and our K constant is 0.0051. Alright, and you don't have to do anything else with that K. Mice growing at a rate, how many years will it take? So starting at 550, 1 plus 0.0245 per week. How long is it going to take to reach 5,000? So whatever we get in weeks, we're going to have to divide it by 52 for the number of years. So first, 5,000 divided by 50 is 100. 1.0245 to the t power equals 100. So log base 1.0245 of 100 equals t. Math, log base 1.0245 of 100. So that is 190.26, if you round it, years, or I'm sorry, that's weeks. So to get years, divide by 52, weeks in a year. So that is 3.66 years. All right, 16, so last page. A new car depreciating, so 28,000. How many years will it take it for the value to be half of what it was? So $28,000 for the new car, depreciating at 0.71% is 0.0071 t. When will that equal half? Is 14,000. So when you divide them, 1 minus 0.0071 is 0.9929 to the t power. When will that equal half? So that, or the log base 1/2, or not base 1/2, sorry, log base 0.9929 of 1/2 will equal t. Math, log base 0.9929 of 1/2, 97.28 months. How many years will it take it? Well, if that's months, you would divide by 12. Divide by 12 to get your years. So that's 8.11 years. $12,000 deposited, 4.75 compounded daily, 365 times. How many years will it take for the investment? And remember, since this is annual growth, our answer will be in years. So starting with 12,000, 1 plus 0.0475 daily, 365, to the 365 t power, When will that equal 30,000? 30,000 divided by 12 is 2.5. So when will this, and again I'm just going to plug this whole expression into the calculator, to the 365t equal 2.5. So log base 1 plus 0.0475 over 365 of 2.5 will equal 365t. So when I do that, math, log base 1 plus 0.0475 over 365 of 2.5, divide by 365 to get t by itself, that would be 19.29 years. Alright, a tree is growing at a continuous rate. If it is 35 feet tall now, how many weeks will it take it to be 36.5? So it is 35 feet. Continuous is e to the rate 0.0843 t power, which will give us years, equals 36.5. So e 0.0843 t equals 36.5 divided by 35 is, I'm not sure I want to, it's 73 over 70. I can use that fraction, it's not crazy. So that would be the natural log of 73 over 70 equals 0.0843 t. So natural log of 73 over 70, divide that by 0.0843, gives me let's just say 0.50. But that's 0.50 years. How many weeks is that? Well, years you would multiply to get weeks. So that's 25.88 weeks. Alright, last one. And this is one of those longer half-life ones. You know the half-life, but you don't know the K constant, so you have to find it first. So it was started at 10 times your half-life is 5730. When would it reach 5? So e to the negative 5730k would equal a half. So the natural log of 1/2 would equal negative 5730k. So natural log of a half divided by negative 5730. Again, that's a scientific notation with a negative 4. So I'm going to do 3 zeros and the 12. You see that? The 12. So k is going to be 0.00012. Now use that to find out when will 9,000 grams e to the negative k t, how long will it take it to reach 1,000? And it's years, how many years, so don't have to worry about changing anything. When will e 0.00012 t, 1,000 divided by 9,000 is just 1/9. So the natural log of 1/9 equals negative 0.00012 t. So natural log 1/9, divide that by negative 0.1230, 12. And that's 18310 years. Alright, so hopefully that helps. Watch that, go over the stuff. You have a quiz on all of the log stuff so far, so good luck, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.